Guys, today, one of my favorite days of the week, it's a chest day. So today we're really focusing on upper pec. That's kind of the goal of today. It's a stubborn body part for a lot of people, myself included. And the way we're gonna really be tackling that is by focusing on unilateral movements. So basically dumbbell stuff, single arm stuff. But before we do that, we need to concentrate on a strength component. So our first exercise of the day is going to be an incline barbell press. I'm gonna let Jake talk to you guys about what we're doing on that because it's very specific kind of training we're gonna be doing. You're gonna need a partner for it.
All right, the first lift we got today is gonna be some incline bench overloaded eccentrics. So the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna be around 90 to 100% of a 1 rep max. We're gonna control that down for 5 seconds to our chest. Our partner is gonna literally lift it up as hard as he can, help us, right? Not even let your partner struggle at all. You're just gonna get it back up, rack it, take 30% off, and then we're gonna hit 2 more reps under control, 5-second eccentric, rack it, then we're gonna rest, put the weight back on, we're gonna hit 1 more overloaded rep, and then take the weight off and hit 1 more. So it's actually gonna be a total of 5 reps, a lot of time under tension, so it really is gonna be more hypertrophy based, and it's really gonna stimulate those high threshold motor units, and that's what we're going for today, because those have the most potential for strength and for muscle growth, and so we really wanna stimulate those motor units before we get into our lift today, and obviously fitness culture, all of our programs are geared around getting you bigger and stronger, more explosive. So we're gonna start the day with this strength movement and then get into our hypertrophy work later in the lift.
Definitely gonna wanna make sure you warm up well today because we are gonna be dealing with heavy weight. You know, that's obviously a relative term, but 90 to 100% of your 1 rep max, it's gonna feel heavy. And if you're wondering, yes, I am wearing my new collection. I'm warning you now, it's gonna be gone real quick. So the shorts, t-shirt under. My big thing was wanting to make this line a lot more of an athletic vibe. So we got the PE feeling mesh shorts. Just wanna let you know.
All right, so you'll notice that it's gonna be a real pain in the ass every time to get up, take our weight off. But the way you really wanna do this, if you have access to some weight releasers, is you would use those. So you'd hang the weight from the sides, and on after that first rep, it would just drop onto the ground right off the bat. Then you hit your next 2. Then all you're gonna have to do is rack it and put the rate releasers on 1 more time. But anyway, we're about to get into it. So I'm gonna go 385. We're gonna strip. It's not gonna be quite 30%. We're just gonna take off the 45s off the end, and then I'll finish the set with just, what would that be, 295.
You're done. Yep. Nice. That's it. Woo! You gotta be an attentive training partner on this one. If you're helping spot, get that weight up and pay attention.
It's all about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 5 seconds, that's about the longest we ever do on an eccentric in any of our programs. It is a mental mind F. So here we go. 2, 3. Up, go. Up.
1, 2, you got it. 3, 4, 5, up.
Oh, yeah. I got heavy real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, up.
Woo! Feels good. Feels good lifting strength stuff like this. Just mentally, gotta stay in every set.
All right, second set, I'm gonna be going 405, and then we're gonna just drop 20% on this because we're too lazy to drop full 30 and put all that extra weight on. So I'll drop 20%, go to 315. Let's see how it goes this time.
Come on. But strong.
So again, guys, with these reps, we're tapping into the fact that you're a lot stronger eccentrically than you are concentrically. So you're able to do such a heavier load, and it gets you, your neuromuscular system, honestly, is gonna get used to using this kind of weight, and that's the biggest thing for me. Like when I was growing up, I had a coach that always did these type of reps with me, and so I just never hit a plateau. I just kept going up. Every training cycle, we would finish with some type of negative reps, some overloading eccentrics, some things like that, so that whenever I did go through that next training cycle, hit a max phase, the bar never felt heavy in my hand. So I just kept going up and up and up, and I was able to bench press 405 in high school, which if I wasn't doing these, I really don't think I would have been able to. So it's a great training tool, especially if you're someone that's stuck in a plateau and you've had a hard time for basically, I guess when I got to college, I quit doing these. And I was stuck in a plateau for about a year, and then I started doing them again, and then I started bumping back up, and eventually was able to get to 500. So if you're stuck in a plateau, this is a great training tool. But like Steve said earlier, the biggest thing is that you gotta have healthy, number one, you have to have healthy tissue, because these are gonna be a little bit more dangerous because you're using such a heavy percentage of your 1 rep max for multiple reps, and you gotta be really, really warmed up. So make sure you get really, really warmed up before you attempt anything like this. All right, this is gonna be the last set. We're just doing 3 sets today.
Your bar. Oh, wow. Nice, come on. Nice, come on. Let's go now, let's go.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, up.
Last one, come on, get it now. Up. Woo! That's exactly what the last one would have been too if I hadn't helped. Nice set.
All right, let's go, last set.
One.
Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up.
This is the ass kicker. This one right here. He just wants to fall right on your face. Don't let it.
Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Drive it up.
That is exercise 1 in the books. That's a hell of an exercise 1 for the day. And you know, if we're starting off like that, the rest of the workout is gonna be simply fuego. All right, moving into the rest of the workout, we're gonna be doing an incline single arm dumbbell press with a 4 count on the eccentric portion of this. So again, sticking with that tempo theme of the day. This is nice again because we're isolateral on our training here. So individual arms, really getting focused, mind-muscle connection, each individual pec, working each side individually. This is great if one side is stronger. So if you're going from that bench press and you're thinking, man, one side felt a lot stronger, these types of exercises where we're working each side individually are gonna be crucial for you. So we got three sets, 6 reps, 4 seconds on the eccentric. Come on.
So, Steve just made fun of me for making that look hard, which was really easy. Don't be like that. But what I was actually gonna talk about, I was thinking about when I was doing it, the reason that I did make it look hard, it's all about the effort that you put into it. And one thing that really helped me get stronger when I was growing up was once I learned that if you take every lift with the same intent, that you're moving it as hard as possible. And that's how it should be on these. So you're gonna go 4 count down. So usually when we program, we'll give a tempo on some of the lifts. And I'll program, so like 4-0, X0 tempo on this. And for me, the X means just as fast as possible. It doesn't mean you're actually gonna get it under a second some of the times. It means you're gonna push as hard as you can. Like it's a movement that's safe to be explosive on, and you're gonna push as hard as you can. And once you start taking every rep, that mindset on every rep, yes, you will fatigue faster, but you'll also just get more out of it. You're gonna get strong faster. You're gonna have, basically your neuromuscular firing is just gonna get more improved, so you can be more explosive faster every rep, just every time you lift, right? You just get used to that. You get used to exploding when you move instead of just moving slowly right off that get-go. So I'm gonna give you an example of what that's gonna look like. So let's say I go 4 count down, 2, 3, 4, and then just lift it up like that with no intent. Yeah, you're gonna get some good work out of that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, as fast as I can, right? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you notice too, like you do this for every single lift, every single rep of every single set on an entire workout, you're training your central nervous system too, because that just all out effort is going to be a little bit taxing, but you're gonna get stronger and stronger. Your central nervous system is essentially gonna get more efficient. All right, on chest day, we always like to do a little bit of pull just to offset that. So on back day, you're not gonna catch me doing, you know, some chest stuff or anterior delt stuff in between sets, but because, you know, we typically train the muscles we can see in the mirror twice as often, we really need to make sure we're offsetting, having balance. A lot of guys walk around like this, so in order to not have a lot of these shoulder issues, we need to offset all of this pressing we're doing with some anterior delt exercises. So with this incline single arm dumbbell press, we're gonna be doing face pulls and essentially setting it up on a cable machine, grabbing it, I'm using an overhand grip, and I just pull to the top of my forehead. Squeeze, I can feel it in my traps, posterior delts, rhomboids. And again, the idea is just to make sure we're staying balanced.
All right, next thing we got today, we're gonna be doing a crossbody incline chest press. So Steve's gonna set up basically with the shoulder on the side of the bench right here. And it's really good just because you're going single arm, going across, you're just gonna get a really good contraction, especially in that upper pec. So if you have a hard time hitting those upper pec fibers, this one's gonna give you a great contraction.
I like to think of it more as a scooping motion. So I'm coming up, really feeling it rather than keeping elbow wide, using a lot of anterior delt here, scoop it up. Want to make sure we're keeping our shoulders healthy. So in between the incline hammer strength, we're gonna be doing an off the knee or off a pad rotation with a dumbbell. So Jake, you can see here, biggest thing is we always have something underneath our elbow to support us. Nice and slow all the way down, coming back full range of motion. You can see Jake going straight down with the arm and then coming back a little bit over. Just because Jake has good mobility in his arms, he's able to open it up pretty wide.
Yeah, guys, I can't stress it enough. If you bench a lot, if you want to have a big bench, you're pressing all the time, it's really important to have good shoulder health. So always be working on your external rotators and just those muscles that retract your scapula, your shoulder blade. I think that's where a lot of people get into trouble. They just want to work their bench, get strong, they're never putting that work in on their upper back. those external rotators, so they're getting too much anterior work. Start rolling forward, and that's when you start having all those shoulder issues. You start not being able to get your arms over your head and stuff like that. So this is something super easy to do in between sets too. Makes it so you're not just standing around in between your chest sets. Get some good work in.
All right, superset with our cable crossovers. We got the guillotine press on the Smith machine. Now, we've done a lot of free weight stuff today, so coming over to the Smith machine here, we're taking a little bit of our shoulders out of play as stabilizing muscles. So basically, what we're gonna do on this guillotine, don't worry, it's not gonna take off your head, even though it's the guillotine press. What we're gonna be doing, slight incline, and keeping the elbows out to the side here. We're gonna lower the weight to about right at the throat. And then when I press back, you're gonna see I'm gonna be pressing actually against the machine. Because it's a Smith machine, it's not gonna be going anywhere. So we're pressing here against it all the way down. You're gonna get a good stretch. You might feel that in your shoulders, but again, you shouldn't have any issues here with going wide elbows. Getting that lot of activation in the chest here, upper chest, middle and lower. But pushing against the machine is actually what I want you guys to concentrate on. Pushing back towards that wall, nice and slow. Lighten up the weight here, and you'll feel it. Talking about maximal stretch between these two movements here, all the way, and then this one on the guillotine press, getting a lot of stretch.
Sets on this, 10 reps, we're doing about a 3 to 4 count lower on this one.
Last set for chest. It's also the best set, in case you were wondering. The last set is the best set, so make sure you guys stick with your form here. Honestly, this is just, you know what, for this last one, we're gonna switch it up. What I meant to do was switch up the angle every set on these, so I'm telling you right now I messed up. Should have gone high to straight out to the side, and this last set is going to be low to high, sticking with the theme of upper pec. This is an upper pec day for the ages right there. Make sure we start off with a lot of time under tempo. Really want a partner for that first exercise. You actually can't do it without a partner. And then the rest of the day, really focusing on upper pec. Make sure no matter what you guys do, you're giving it that mind-muscle connection. So obviously when you're doing those heavy sets, you're in it 100% because you gotta be. If you're not gonna get the weight up. Make sure you guys stick with that throughout each and every single movement that you're doing. So have a partner, train on the clock, get into the app on Fitness Culture, entering in your weights, everything you need to do. So when you walk out of this gym, you know you've given it your all. Can we do the pec? Oh, just a little pec dance. You know, there's a lot of blood in there if you can't do too much pec pop. How's your pec pop right now?
Too much blood in there.
Yep. Thing, a lot of blood in your pecs. You might want to do your pec pop halfway through because there's still some movement in there. But anyhow, Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Like it. We appreciate you guys. As always, check out the Fitness Culture app, and we'll see you guys next time.